フルカウンター
Alright boys, welcome back. The Dark Type Ragnarok Characters have now dropped, so we're going to go through it here. This is going to be quite exciting. We have obviously a new character, which is going to be Hel. But I'm pretty sure to call it Hela because it just sounds better. Although I'm changing my opinion when we see it on global. But the Ragnarok chapter is dropping, which I'm a little bit more curious about because we're going to see a lot of new characters here. You can see the Golden Apple with obviously Odin, which is obviously been revealed already. We've kind of already seen him. There has been some teasers towards, I think, Boulder, I think, or maybe I'm wrong. But there's a new like whitehead character in Ragnarok, which if you care about. But let's go towards the actual banner and who's actually. We saw teasers. We know Mayo was not on the banner, which is kind of the worst thing about. Well, obviously worst thing, but the saddest thing. So here is the banner line. First time seeing it. We have honestly everyone other than where's the green one? I'm not seeing her. Where's Green Freya? Yeah, she's there at the bottom. Okay, so honestly, this is kind of what I suspected. Just. I wish Maya was in the banner. I think that's literally it, right? Because we have, obviously, Pug Barn. I mean, all the past festivals are all really bad, to be fair. I mean, there's a lot in here. You can trade up to buy Esterosa, probably. But, yeah, I guess the only usable ones nowadays is, like, King, Diana a little bit. But I'm assuming most of us, or most of you, have these guys duped out a lot. Or you have enough deep coins to buy the ones you actually want. So, nothing too crazy there. But the ones that people actually want were the actual PVE characters, the demonic beat battle characters. And it looks like we've gotten, I think, all of them, right? Every single Ragnarok here, all the OC ones. So Freya, you've got the green one, you got Tristan, a newer character as well, Tyr as well. Like, that's literally all we wanted. Tyr, green Freya, and red Miguelda, and literally, I guess, Freya and Freya, the two other characters, and then Mayo. That would have been the best banner, the most perfect banner. So it's 90% complete. I guess the only nice thing would have been if they put in Summer Freya, but I guess this is probably a bit too soon for her. So I give it like, yeah, like about 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10 to what we could have had. But yeah, that's kind of fine, right? Because obviously Hela is the new character, Hel. This is obviously going to be the Rater banner as well. You can buy actual currency to get the 6%. But let's check out our passive. So here's what the character does. When you use a skill during the enemy's turn, or whenever the enemy actually uses a skill as well, you are actually going to apply a pain or sword effect onto the enemies each time they use a skill. Each root or just pain of effect is going to increase the actual stats by all your stats by 3%. So very similar towards Merlin. Merlin, if she applies the elements, granted that it's the grey debuff, not the red one, you're going to get an actual stat increase. So she's going to get up to 24% stat increase, basically. Stat, not even basic, just stat increase. So she is going to be having more lifesteal, she'll be more tankier, and of course just do more damage and be kind of annoying character, right? And also for your attack power is going to increase too. And obviously the characters you can use are literally only Ragnarok and also unknowns. Also do note that the source of pain you do apply, which gives her more stats, is also going to do corrosion. You're going to actually receive more damage, so you're doing 5% more damage, and also for each one, you're going to do 10% of the remaining HP stackable to 5 times. So you're getting a 25% damage increase, and you're also doing what, 50% of remaining HP, which is not obviously max HP. But if Demon King is full HP, he fully lifesteals, and you have max of these pain sources, they will drop below 50% HP, which means he's now below damage cap, and without time and grace, you can easily kill him. So she is going to do very, very well against demons and the demon meta. Plus, if you start second and they attack you, then you're also going to apply the source of pain and then also do more damage with it's so sick. It's like just straight away, if you start second, turn 2 or turn 1, they're already down 40% HP. You already had a turn previously, so it's very, very powerful. First skill is going to increase the actual attack area stats, so you can do more damage obviously, and also for each pain you can do 12% more for each target. So once again, very much like Esterosa. Moving on to skill 2 is going to actually reduce the crit chance and also critical damage by 80%. So Cusack, I think, basically. I'm not really too sure who's critting like crazy in the meta. I mean, the perk melee, but he's going to cleanse it because obviously true magic. Demon King does do a lot of crits before the character does get his mega buff on turn 2. So I guess that'd be kind of nice to kind of stop him from doing a lot of damage. Moving on to an ultimate, which from what I've seen, apparently actually reses. So this is going to be crazy. Increase damage dealt by 50%. Increase the damage taken by all enemies by 50%. And deal damage equal to 70-50% attack onto all enemies of your power onto enemies. It's going to be very, very, very powerful. We saw in the actual gameplay, she did 1.5 mil, or like 1.1 mil onto one character, so easily 3 mil damage. This is what Eren wish you could do, right? Also, if you are participating in battle, and all allies of the characteristic are obviously Ragnarok and known, when they actually die, you are going to grant Immortal Guide. Immortal Guide is if you become obviously dead, you die due to nullification of the pain effect, you will revive at 1 HP and your special gauge will go down to 0 and 1 Mortal Guard will be released. If you become incapacitated due to reflection, then obviously, reflect bypasses the actual revive. It can stack up to 3 times. So you get, I think if I'm reading this properly, you are getting a, Escanor, ultimate Escanor passive, but for your allies. But the thing is, though, this is at 6/6. So imagine if you're 1/6, you're probably not going to get the full effect. You may only get 1, which is to be powerful. But from the looks of it, if I'm being realistic, you're probably going to kill at least like 2, 3, 6, 4, 6. Like the team is going to kill, right? Be more powerful, I guess, when you're the last one alive, if you somehow are the last one alive. But generally speaking, it's very similar towards the Demon King. Demon King, mostly of the time, kills at 6/6. Even though he does disable every single skill effect, you're not really going to see that because he's going to kill most of the time. But so very similar here. With the outfits, you've actually put in the character's model rather than just the actual, like, portrait they normally do, like this one up top here. But yeah, very decent outfits. I'm not a big fan of the first one. Second one, it's a bit weird for her, but it's a pretty good outfit. And the third one, it's what I'm using. It's basically Tribe Elizabeth, which is the character I've wanted for such a long time. Also, we get a new artifact set, which is going to be for, I think, tier in the Ragnarok characters. Alright, so in PP, allies with the Divine trait have their critical defense increase, which is actually crazy, with especially Nancy sub-slot, up to, I guess, 10 times, and also receive less damage from enemies with the other trait. I'm not too sure what Divine trait, I think maybe Gods, so only Freya, and also, Tyr are going to get this actual, Divine trait, right? Which is very good anyway, because normally you're using Tyr and Freya on the same team. New relics for obviously Roxy and also Redhead Liz. We have for each human ally on the battlefield, your base stats will increase by 3% and your critical damage will increase as well. Very good. It just means it's for a human ally, so you're only going to get what, 9% base stats. Would want a bit more from her, to be honest with you lot. But the critical damage can be very good because she does have Sever and crits a lot easier and does a lot of crit damage. So, yeah, very, very good. And for Redhead Liz, you're going to get basically just a 50% stat increase, like just attack power. But it's only in PVE and it works everywhere. But she's mostly used in boss battles. And I guess if you have the red one, you can use it in the coin dungeon. And she's going to work because she does work in the subset of the relic. So, yeah, going to make farming your coin dungeons and your coin stuff just a lot more easier, which is obviously very nice. They don't show it, but Liz is a Div relic, and obviously Roxy is the newest one, so she is going to be for Nidhogger. So, yeah, you probably can't make the top one, but you can make the bottom one. Moving on, you can now buy skins in the coin shop. Obviously, these are the old festivals, doesn't really matter. They're also returning Warrior. I can never say his name properly. So yeah, you're returning for top 100. You got to get the tickets, a bunch of stuff you can buy in the packs basically. But down we're going to be getting 250 gems here, which is I think be quite nice. They're not doing tickets this time around because now you can actually, if you want to skip this banner, you can skip and then save those gems for the end of your banners, which is going to be probably Kes Arthur and then Melee. Obviously last time with Demon King, they didn't give us gems, instead gave us tickets. I think it was around 300 gems worth, so we are getting technically less value, but we're getting more value because you can now spend those on later banners. Personally, we'll have to wait and see, is it worth summoning? I think maybe if you like the Ragnarok team, then go for it, of course, right? But I think I might summon depending on what we get in 2 weeks' time, because in 2 weeks' time we're going to be getting the actual new Four Knights anime, and we don't know if it's coming to Grand Cross, but I'm going to see if it actually does before I do summon. We did get 1 free multi and also 33 gems, so we'll take it. Also, they're bringing back a bunch of the events. Down here, though, they actually are returning the actual, well, not returning, it's the first time it's new, right, but the actual giants that people will love, but now they're actually a boss fight, and from what I've seen from the gameplay, they have Escanor's passive, the actual ultimate Escanor, so if they die, they get immune for like 5 attacks, so yeah, you gotta be a bit careful with that one. And moving on, we have the wish event for the actual artifact card sets. If you missed some, you can now get them, hopefully. I know I missed quite a few, so I'll be definitely trying to pick those up as well. And I believe that is going to be it. Do we have any Hall Pass outfit? We do. It's going to be for SR Liz. It's it's like a horse racer one. It's very similar towards obviously what they're going for, but it don't really look that good. But if you don't have 5 weapons for it, then you can now get the 5th weapon if you don't have it. And I think, yes, this one, they've now actually fixed the game. They now actually show, rather than the text, they now show the grace effect above the character at the start of battle. So if you're not paying attention, you're gonna miss it. But you can now actually see who's got Tarmogoyf Grace on, because I can't count how many times I've actually lost because I never checked who had Tarmogoyf Grace on, and then boom, I get disabled. I literally lost my yesterday game because of it. So yeah, that is one of the best buffs that we've seen. You can also hide your name. Bunch of improvements. Probably the biggest one here that I noticed when I was actually doing my actual upgrades the other day is that it takes so long to go from Super Awaken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When now, if you want to go straight to Super Awaken 1 to 6, you can do it in one go and spend all the currency you need. Obviously, if you don't have all the max characters. And I believe that is it going through. We have some fixes, nothing crazy. Added to the permanent gacha. Oh, wait, what's this? Guardians of the Sky Palace, Sky Winged Elite. That's going to be the actual seasonal one, so the guild boss one, right? The Knighthood boss one. It's gonna be added to the SSR gacha. Didn't she come out after Demon Chandler and Demon Cusack? Why is she getting added to the SSR gacha before those two? Okay, but at least we're actually adding characters to the SSR gacha now, because I was probably gonna make a video very soon about it because it's been very, very annoying. Also, she's been added towards the actual race tickets. Champions Melee, who I think came out before or after? I think it might have been, no, I'm sure it was after. He's got to be after. He's actually coming out in the actual SR gacha, so you can now get him with tickets. And also, the Elaine is not going to the SSR, but going to the actual SR tickets, which is nice. But I mean, this is bad. I mean, it's not great. I mean, it's nice to see him actually finally added, because it's been about like 2 years almost since he's added a new character towards the actual SSR tickets. So we'll take it. But it's the worst ones, right? I mean, Demon Chandler and Cusack aren't even like... I mean, Demon Cusack is meta a little bit in a sub-slot. But like... Are they really sort off the characters that much that you can't put into the SSR actual tickets? All right, and then yeah, of course, Hela is going to be in the actual seasonal one. All right, boys, that's gonna wrap up today's video. Once again, we'll probably do a show you something once you get closer towards obviously global, when we have more time to see how she works out. But yeah, I mean, she looks very, very good if you want to use her in the tier team. Personally, from looking at her as someone who uses the actual unknown team, her main use is probably going to be in definitely obviously PvP, but you never know when that could be replaced with a new festival or something comes out that's more shinier that you probably won't end up using her if you don't use the full Ragnarok team. Also, full Ragnarok team, you have to get the relics. You have to obviously be Nidhogger as well if you are going to be using Freya. And the banner, I mean, the banner's worth something alone, I think. Just getting Trista for the first time, getting Green Freya for the first time, getting all the actual Ragnarok characters for obviously the multi battles. Do I summon? With the wait and see. So boys, thank you for watching. Let me know if you guys are summoning just a character or the banner, or what's your plan for this actual update. With the wait and see. I think I'm looking forward to seeing what comes for part 2, but it might be in Eastern. Who knows? But boys, thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.